Hi guys, welcome to day 27. Today is going to be a 10-minute workout where we are going to be working for a minute on the minute with different exercises. So our exercises for today are going to be a plank hold. So we're going to try to hold it for that entire minute. Then we're going to be doing some lunges, as many as we can in a minute, and then some burpees, as many as we can in a minute, and then good mornings. Followed by that 5th minute will be a minute of rest, and then we're going to run back through the whole thing again. So since there's not going to be a transition in between the movements, just like before, I'll probably look up and about 3 seconds to 5 seconds left, we'll go ahead and start to transition to the next movement. Okay, so let's go over those movements together. The first one being the plank hold. So what we want to make sure that we're doing is we're trying to engage our core, and we're trying to work on keeping a nice and tight engaged core. So again, our options would be on the ground in that plank position, on the elbows in the plank position, and if you have to, you can kind of pop your hips up a little bit and still work in that position as much as you can. We also have the box, couch, chair, whatever it is option, which will help us engage that tight core, but not have the full weight of our body to hold up and engage with. So obviously, the further away from the box, the harder it is, and the closer it is to the ground, stepping closer makes it quite a bit easier. So that's the variation for the plank hold. Again, we're going to be trying to hold for 1 whole minute, break it up as needed. And then our lunges. So just like before, our different variations can be still using that wall, chair, bench, bed, whatever, to kind of guide ourselves down, touch the floor, use it to push off a tiny bit if needed. And then we have the option of just not going down all the way, kind of just hovering above the ground, pushing back off. And then we have just the regular lunge, where our feet start together, step forward, gently touch the ground, push off, feet together, switch feet, and gently touch and off the ground. So just try to remember which version that you've been doing, and we will start warming those up. Then we have the burpee, which again, different variations of that would just be to safely get on the ground as however you can. So that might look like a squat, putting our hands down, putting a leg, and then laying flat on our belly, and then reversing it and coming back up however we need, maybe using our hand to push off, and then adding a slight tiny jump at the top. Again, you're going to see me clap. You don't have to do that. One of the things that the clapping behind my head is it kind of forces me to stand up a little bit more, but not necessarily. So ideally, we just finish with a jump. And then the final, so getting down as easy as we can. And then the second version would just be getting to our hands. So we're standing, put our hands down, step, step, belly, push ourselves up onto our knees, step, step, and jump. Okay. And then the final version of the burpee would just be to put our hands straight down on the ground, jump our feet out, belly on the ground, push ourselves up, jump our feet forward, and finish with a tiny jump. Okay, so then our 4th movement for today is going to be that good morning. And I'm going to be honest, I think I did one of the days before that had a good morning, and I am still very sore. So even without weight, trust me, these movements can be very challenging and tiresome to your body. So keep that in mind. If you are feeling sore, that is perfectly normal. So what this really is a really good stretch for our hamstrings, but we're also learning to engage our body and our core and making sure that we're moving through that movement correctly. So again, this one, even though we are fighting for as many reps and as movements as we can, we also want nice and controlled form for this one. And we want to end it with a tight squeeze with our glutes, just so we can feel what that activation feels like. So for this one, you can put your hands behind your head if you want, but I like to keep them on my stomach, my core, so I can feel if that's tightening up or if it's getting saggy. So again, we're just going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart, and we want to keep our midline nice and tight, and I'm just pushing my butt back, and notice that there is a slight bend in my knees. That's going to activate my glutes a little bit more, but I feel a huge stretch on my hamstrings. Come forward, squeeze the bottom, and that should push your hips forward. Back down, squeeze the bottom. So I can tell that I definitely have not been doing these enough in my other formats of working out. You can see that we still have a full gym, so I tend to lean more towards the weightlifting. And man, my hamstrings are lit up. So this one's gonna be a fun one for me as well. So we have all the movements, and now we're just gonna kind of go through all of them a little bit quicker to get ourselves nice and warmed up, make sure everything's feeling good, nothing feels too tight. So right now I'm gonna just get into that plank position, hold it for just maybe like 10 seconds. You can rotate through as well for this full minute. You can go down to your elbows, stay there for a little bit. Then you can come back up, hold that position as well. Whichever one works for you. And if you need a breather, you can either just pop your hips up, bend those knees, and get right back into it, or you can pop up on your knees. Remember, we don't want to be standing there forever on our arms if that's what's giving out and we need rest. All right, so then some of my lunges, just warming those up. Make sure you're hitting some of those movements. And my burpees. Whew, and good mornings. And then we'll finish with that last minute of rest. And then we'll start all the way back over. So don't worry, you don't have to keep track of the minutes. As long as you're following along with me, I'll be able to let you know when we're transitioning and you can see what movement we are on. So we are almost ready to start the workout. So make sure that you have everything lined up where you need it. You understand the movements and the versions of the movements that you will be doing, because I am about to get started. So hit that pause button if you're not quite ready. And as always, we want to try to keep track. So you can keep track of your total reps, might be the easiest. We're not going to have a lot of time to write down each individual one, but if you're able to keep track of that, that is even better. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to try to keep too much track because I'm going to be trying to pay attention to the clock and yell at you guys, but I have the benefit of watching video after to see my reps. So just try to keep a running total. And if you can, and you have something to write with, you can just jot something down really quickly if you can. All right, guys, get ready. We're going to be working for 4 minutes, resting for 1, going all the way back through it again. We are starting with the plank hold. 10 seconds. Try to make sure you keep that core nice and tight. This one on the second round is going to get real spicy. So you can see that I'm trying to keep my hips below my shoulders. You can see if I do this, that actually makes the plank quite a bit easier. So what I'm trying to do is glance over at the camera every once in a while and make sure that I have that nice downward line. We're about 38, 39 seconds in. I'm going to try to hold on. We'll see if I can make it. 45 seconds. Got about 10 seconds left. Next, we're going to go into that lunge. 3, 2, 1, and moving into that lunge. Just trying to get good, nice movement. We want to try to get that heart rate up just a little bit, but don't worry, those burpees are coming. We will all be hurting through those. I had a really bad habit of trying to move through lunges really quickly and wearing knee sleeves, which made it a little padded, and I jammed my knee into the ground. So I'm trying to slow down, be a little bit more controlled. All right, guys, 20 seconds left. Keep that body moving. Nice big push off. All right, 10 seconds. We're going to move into that burpee. Everybody's favorite. 3, 2, 1, and burpees. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Good mornings. Woo, my hamstrings are hurting. And rest. Whew. Awesome job, guys. We have a minute rest. Grab you some water. Try to catch your breath. And we will be starting back over with the plank hold. It's funny, the movements that seem the silliest, like the good mornings, whew, destroyed my hamstrings. So trust me, body weight still works. I am in pain today. Got about 30 more seconds left. Getting ready for that second and last plank hold. Try to push yourself. Hold for as long as you can. This time I'm going to go on my elbows and hold from there. We got 15 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and go. Can't really see the clock from that low. That's not fun. 20 seconds in, guys. 30 seconds. Try to go back down. 33. 15 seconds left. Whew. This one's not fun. 3, 2, 1. Straight into those lunges. Halfway there, guys. 20 seconds left. Keep that body moving. Burpees are up next. Everybody's favorite. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and burpees. Fifteen seconds. Whew. 2, 1, and good mornings. Almost there, guys. This is it. Ten seconds. 2 and 1. And we have that last minute now as a rest, recover. Awesome work, guys. Whew. You're gonna notice that we do a couple different types and styles of workouts, or we're doing certain things, as many reps as possible. On the minute. Awesome job. Way to show up for yourself. As always, like and subscribe. Drop how you did in the bottom in the comments below. And have a great day.